So we're waiting for our guests. Sometimes when you hold your hand, okay, I think I might have to use light. Maybe because the clothes I'm wearing are dark, I think I might need to use a bit of light. Okay, this is a lot of light. Let me reduce it. Okay, let me change it. Now let's see with this. Okay, so I think we have a bit more light now. I'm too yellow. Let's work with this light. That the light in my eye makes me very tired. All right, so joining us tonight is somebody who understands. Somebody said that if Freeze, how far with the Mauritius woman? She no call me back. After her husband do interview, she no call me back. Dr. Finn, how are you
Hello,
doing?
I'm good. Hi, Daddy Free. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute. And so many people are reaching out to me saying that if Freeze, I want to learn AI. It seems a lot of people are tired of traditional work. People are tired of 9 to 5. People want to work from the convenience of their homes. Like me, for instance, I was telling my wife yesterday, I can't believe I'm recording an audio for you. And I'm recording everything
Oh.
I'm saying. And my wife said something. She said, your work may be hard, but it is convenient. And I thought about that, and that helped me arrive at where I am now. My work may be hard, but it is convenient, meaning I can decide to take a break. The reason why I'm not taking a break is if I take a break, it will affect my revenue. But even when I'm not taking a break, I'm doing it from my house. I don't have to go through traffic. I don't have annoying bosses that you have to try to please. I don't experience a lot of what regular people experience because my work is remote. And COVID came with many, how do I put it, bad things. But out of all the bad things COVID brought to the table, it brought the possibility of remote work that did not exist pre COVID. And so many people have now seen that, oh, so this is actually possible. Izutek, how are you doing? So I want us to go into this. Let us start with a brief introduction. Tell us who you are, and tell us about this remote work before we go into today's session properly. It, how possible is it? How life changing is it? Before you make any introduction, let me talk a little bit about you. Dr. Finn Detimi, what part of Nigeria are you from?
Grew up in Warri, Delta State, Bamijo, from
Oh,
Delta State.
oh, awesome. He's an accomplished tech executive with a 15-year career marked by exceptional product development and management. He has launched and scaled more than 30 groundbreaking products, generating over $50 million in revenue. He has also taught multiple courses in tech at various educational institutions, from diploma to master's degree level in Europe and North America. And through his tech bootcamp programs, has trained over 2,000 people to transition into high demand tech careers. As a mentor to startup founders, Dr. Finn provides invaluable guidance to help them navigate the challenges of entrepreneurship. He also serves as a digital advisor, assisting established companies with strategic technology implementation and securing grants for business growth. Dr. Finn's commitment to customer experience and continuous improvement drives his success in product delivery, and his insight consistently contributes to the growth and prosperity of the originators he collaborates with. He is also convening Tech Force. Tech Force is spelled TEKFORCE Connect in 2025, a global virtual conference that will bring together over 5,000 registered attendees and more than 70 speakers and recruiters from five continents, making it one of the most diverse and impactful virtual tech career events in the whole world. So, Dr. Finn, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi,
I've
Daddy
said
Face.
everything that I've read. I googled you up, and that's what I found. Now you tell us about me, about yourself.
Yeah. So, thanks, Daddy Face, for the introduction. So, I'm a techie all my life, so I'm one of those fortunate guys that found their passion early, which means that school aligns with passion, which is very rare for most of us, which means that you finish school and you start finding your passion or you start looking for a job, and then while you are able to go through 9 to 5 process, you go into finding your passion and all of that. So I stumbled into tech by accident. Originally, I wanted to go into computer engineering, but there was this new fancy area called information and communication technology, which was unique at that time, which you wouldn't become an engineer, but it was in tech. So then everyone kind of just, the easiest way to explain it is that, oh, it's close to computer science. So that was how I
Hmm.
kind of went into that
Hmm.
and realized that, okay, this is actually everything, not just the engineering part, the hardware, the software, the networking infrastructure. Uh,
Hmm.
this is how we kind of transitioned. And then as I went through it, I realized, even though I wanted to be in the technical part, I realized that the
Hmm.
biggest part of every industry is the strategic part. Not the people doing the groundwork, but the people coming up with the plans. And your
Hmm.
ability to be able to create, irrespective of your industry, is what will make you bigger. And that
Hmm.
was how I transitioned into helping companies understand their customer.
Hmm.
And when you understand the customer, you are able to make them happy, which means they will stay. And to understand customer before AI came, we call it data analysis, which is let's understand what customers do, what actions they, and which type of activity they get involved in, so that we can continue giving them that best or you that type of experience that keep them coming to utilize our product.
Hmm.
And now with the event of AI, it has helped to make the core technical part of business no longer relevant.
Hmm.
And now your ability to create, your ability to reborn ideas, your ability to be able to think differently, because now people can do what we call vibe coding, which is you can take tools and to be able to create. But if you do not have a concept, AI is literally just a vehicle without a key. Somebody needs to
Hmm.
spark it and direct it. And that's how I've been able to build my career, helping companies be able to build what their customers want. And when customers are happy, they will pay.
Hmm. So a happy customer is a happy Dr. Phil. Dr. Finn. Wow. 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 Guys, you're going to be able to ask your own questions in a moment. So I'm going to start with a questioning. And what inspired the creation of Tech Force? That's Tech Force Connect 2025. What inspired it? And how does it connect to your mission at F&F Consultancy? First of all, I'd like you to throw some light on F&F Consultancy and then go into uh, the question.
Yeah, so F&F Consultancy was born out of someone needed a problem solved. So being a regional tech guy, working in 9 to 5, lecturing and all of that. Someone just reached out to me saying, hey, I have a contract. I can't do it. You're overqualified. Do you want it?
Hmm.
And in 24 hours, I needed to set up a company. And F&F was basically the hashtag for my wedding. And I'm like, okay, what do I need to set up a company? And that was how F&F was born. Which
F&F
is
was from your wedding.
hashtag of my wedding. Because my name is Finn and my wife's name is Faith.
Oh, Finn and Faith.
That's how I was born. So it was basically just a brand that everyone knew me as based on my wedding that became a company. But what led to it being formed was I had the skill set, I had the network, and somebody needed a service, and the people in my network trusted me to recommend it. And that was how F&F started. So it didn't start as a great idea of I want to solve the world problem. Somebody had a problem and I had the skill set and I wasn't monetizing it.
So you thought about, okay, wow, this is an opportunity for me to monetize what I already have and bring to fore what people actually want. Brilliant, brilliant. I'm
And
sure all the women in the house are feeling good. Hey, yeah.
And the funny
Oh.
story was, it was a blank check, which is, what should we pay you? Because I didn't have a rate card, I didn't have any of that. I had to start calling other people who I had known, which means you have to have a network to say, what should I charge? And that was one of the first times that I wouldn't say regret, because I called the type of money I hadn't seen at that time. And the answer was okay. No negotiation, no conversation. And that was where F&F started. And as I went through that consult, I couldn't be in one place. I couldn't be in 10 places at the same time. So it grew, obviously, and built into teams and people that would collaborate and started offering multiple companies services. But the fact that I was lecturing, the only way to meet me was you either go pay in the university $20,000-$30,000, or you go to a college of $10,000 and meet me there as a lecturer. But I wouldn't have the time because of my schedule to actually mentor people. So I'll just spend 1 or 2 hours, coach you, and then I send you somewhere to go lecture. So when I decided to now go fully into F&F consultancy, a bunch of my mentees reached out saying, we've seen you in the classroom, we've seen you many places, you've given us information that's led to groundbreaking careers in tech. If you start something that is structured that brings the best of both worlds, your classroom experience and your experience of working with companies and scaling products, we will attend. And that was how F&F has left from being majorly consulting in tech to becoming also a training institute. Because we already had projects, we're already working with clients. Why don't we mentor people and bring them into the fold and help them be able to enjoy that? And one thing COVID, like you mentioned, did was it opened our world to having clients in Paris. I had clients in Nigeria, Zambia, Paris, US, the UK, places I've never been to till today.
You have never been to the UK?
Has gone. No, I've been to the UK. I lived in the UK.
Okay.
But I've worked with clients from Saudi, India, places that I've never visited. But I'm able to collaborate because nobody cares about where you are anymore. They care about the value you can bring. And while doing that, to realize that even if we train people and we keep helping people and supporting them, why don't we talk about it with companies that want to recruit? So companies reach out to us randomly to say, do you know somebody? Can you recommend? So I'm like, okay. Instead of me just having conversations that we're having right now, I have built a career. I have met people along this journey that are directors, CEOs, founders, leaders in tech. Why don't I just bring people that I know to come have conversations and tell people that we're not, I wouldn't say, had the opportunity that I had. But now they're trying to change careers. and they want to change, and that led to us saying. And I talked to a couple of my friends. They were a senior director in one of the top banks in Canada. Talked to top executives in the PR industry, career coaches, recruiters out of like NHS and top places. And they said, yeah, we are happy to come share our ideas, because one key thing that was relevant to most of us is that we wanted to see more people that look like us sitting on or sitting in the right tables or creating their own tables. Because if people don't give you an opportunity, find the skill set that is relevant and create your table and invite people that look like you. So Tech Force is just, let's bring people, minorities, let's bring immigrants, let's bring people together and talk about the future of work and how you can tap into tech without relevantly having to go back to your university and use the existing skill set to grow.
Brilliantly put. So, the Tech Summit 2025, when does it start?
So it's September 4th and 5th. It's going to be virtual, means that you can join anywhere in the world. We have speakers from countries that like Latvia, Ukraine, US, Canada, France, Italy. We have people speaking from around the world. And it's going to be 2 days of us talking about all the different areas and how you can grow your career in addition to actually talking to people that are actually recruiting right now and do not care where you're based.
I'm saying because it's getting to me. And there's one thing I need you to understand. This is, guys, wherever you're watching from, this is the way forward. As someone who believes in helping the future map itself out, how valuable do you think this contribution and this tech summit will be to the average person who is listening or who's watching us tonight?
So one of the key problems that I saw a long time ago when I started my career was lack of community, which means it's easier to be able to grow. It's easier to be able to validate your idea when you find people that have passed that route. One of the struggles I had personally is I had to figure things out myself. So yes, I might, had grace or be lucky, but not everybody will be able to go through some of the things, the pressure, the mistakes. Or, for example, I was CEO of a company that, we had to shut down the product and spend over $1 million. How many people were able to come back from that? So why don't you write? So a lot of the problems I'm able to avoid today, or I can see a system, a product, and tell you the problems. It's not because I have a crystal ball, it's because I've been there before. So why don't you speak to people or bring people together that have been there before to help you avoid the pitfalls, help you avoid the mistakes, so that you'll be able to move? Because one of the biggest problem that I see, especially with minority immigrants, is you cannot be in the future that you have not envisioned. You cannot see yourself or see people doing it. Is this especially black people? Oh, is this scam? Oh, they're doing something illegitimate. It's a lie. They are making it up. But I sat in tables where I saw some of the top companies in the world. I saw that there were 1 or 2 people like us sitting there that were hiding because it was comfortable. Let me just go there, make my money, do well, and just take care of my family. And the idea behind Tech is let us break that barriers. Let's talk about tech, not in just the traditional tech. Let's talk about everything that's involved in tech. In social media management, you're in tech. You're in digital marketing, you're in tech. You're in sales, you're in tech. Because everything you do in your traditional job, it's the same thing we do here. You're in customer service, you're in tech. You work in the bank, it's the same thing we do in terms of customer support in tech. So everything that is relevant today can be moved into any other industry and in the technology part of it. And that's the conversations we want to have. So that you can realize that you can start from where you are. There's somebody already monetized, there's somebody already growing, there's somebody already using the skill set you're taking for granted. And is building a business out of it.
I absolutely love this. I want to ask you, Why is a platform like TechForce Connect critical for today's fast charging, tech driven job market? Why do you consider it critical? Why do you think that everybody listening on this platform and on YouTube and on TikTok and on Facebook need the Tech Force Connect 2025?
So right now, we live in a world where the world has become smaller, which means that you can be anywhere and you could have conversations with anybody anywhere in the world. Right. And if you do not have an avenue where people are coming together to have relevant conversations, you see people that are doing it. It's not necessarily because you have to work with them, but because there are a lot of information that is out there, and you want to ensure that you're able to extract the expertise or the people that are experts, because 90% of experts like myself, and if it's the last 2 years we started this, prior to that, I really didn't care for you knowing whether I can do it or not. Because I was comfortable and I was spending more time having conversations and actually doing the work. But if people who don't have the skill set or people who have not done it don't come out to start having these conversations, then people who have not done it would have the free stage to actually do the wrong direction. Because there's a lot of things you see out there that is not tested in time. Everything that I have taught or I have done, I've been involved in, was not just an experiment. Somebody paid for it. And the people that are coming to speak, the PR experts coming to speak, are being paid to do PR for people. The branding experts are being paid thousands of dollars to do the same thing. And some of the speakers.
So it's not random.
So it's not random people. These are experts. For example, head of designs in companies, chief product officers in companies, software developers, DevOps specialists in companies, data scientists in companies. So people that have paid their dues, that I had to go to say, we need to start having conversations to ensure. If not, it will. If people come out and say they are wrong products or the wrong direction you're going, we cannot blame them for saying, "Oh, tech is a scam," because the people that are actually doing it aren't speaking up. So let's bring the people that you can verify their resume. You can verify the top companies spoken worked at. People that have worked in Shopify, Meta, Facebook, professionals that have done it, to come tell you the inside secrets of how they got there. And tell you how they are surviving there, because a lot of people think getting a job is where it ends. Keeping the job is the hard part. That's how you have to. That's what you have to do with skill sets, managing people's expectation, conflict resolution, dealing with biasness with regards to where you are coming from that might not stem from them not liking you, but stem from the fact that they don't understand your culture, so they don't know how to deal with you.
Now, this event, how does it address the growing global demand for tech, for digital and remote work talent? How does this event showcase that the world actually has a vacuum in this? And how does this event win people over, especially those who are a bit skeptical? There's always going to be a need for nurses as long as people fall sick, as long as there's cancer, as long as people are stupid and get injured, as long as women want to give birth, as long as there will always be a need for nurses. And I want to read something I thought was very funny to you today. Uh, oh my goodness. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. Some guy says, artificial intelligence cannot take your job if your job has never needed intelligence. And somebody responded, he said, I don't understand. And the person responded, you are safe. You don't get the joke.
Yeah, Yeah, I get it.
As
So,
long as your job has never needed intelligence, AI cannot come and take an unintelligent job. And the guy said he doesn't understand. And I said, don't worry, it's not for you. So there's so many fields in today's world that cannot transition into remote, at least not yet. Although surgeries are being done remotely, you still cannot do them. The surgeon still has to go to a hospital in Japan to remotely use robot to do surgery in Taiwan. It's not that he'll sit down in his bathroom and do the surgery. There's still jobs that require physical people being there physically. However, the transition is slow, steady, and sure. But the people are skeptical. The people are worried, especially with America saying, you people have to return to physical work. A lot of people are still actively agitating for physical work over remote work. I don't know what the concerns are, but these are the issues. So, how does this Tech Force Conference 2025, how does it help people understand this better? And how does it, I wrote down my question here, how does it address the growing global demand for tech, digital, and remote work talent?
great question, Daddy Free. So, the certain roles that will never go fully remote, like you mentioned, the certain roles that require face-to-face human connection in terms of the processes and all of that, and even for accuracy and privacy reasons. But even within those industry, there are certain things now that it does not matter. Let's take for example, we're gradually seeing how people are moving to within the banking sector, moving from actually having physical cash to online banking and using their cards and all of that. But there's still people that will traditionally still go into the bank. However, there are certain things that needs to happen within that industry that it doesn't matter anymore. For example, customer support. A lot of people didn't even know the original way customer support structures were set up even in Nigeria. It was in Indians that were remotely accessing it before it was now moved over. So yes, there are people that will have trust issues and privacy issues and all of that. And even though there are certain areas, like even within surgeries now that could be partially remote, some people will still want that in-person involvement. However, there are a lot of other roles now that are not just traditional tech roles that are now going remote. A lot of companies, their technical support, their software developers, their product managers, their project managers, their sales team, and all of that. Most of them now are even going away. And it's not even just specific to only, let's say, Africa. Even in Canada, the US now, there's a lot of companies are moving all their technical supporting and customer support offshore. And if Africa or as Africans we do not position ourselves properly, we will not be able to capture this money. So imagine moving, like we're seeing what's happening with the US where they are complaining about bringing the jobs back. How do you bring jobs back? It's about setting the enabling environment. And if we do not start positioning ourselves to be that part of the ecosystem, which means that we have skill set that it does not matter where we are, or we're part of the system that can set up the infrastructure to stay, customer support and all of that, or product managers, designers, and different roles that are around tech. Other countries and other people will do it. For example, take Philippines. 60% of virtual assistant, executive assistant support roles now have moved to the Philippines.
Why is
And
that
another,
though?
the reason they're moving is because they have built a structure where they are able to provide the same service at a discounted rate and is actually more accurate, and their setup is better than the overpriced one you're paying in Europe and North America. So it wasn't even just because of price. They give you a higher quality at a lesser rate. And who wouldn't want to move? India is doing the same thing. We can see claim it's cheap labor. And I've worked with a lot of companies or collaborative companies that, yes, it's happening and it's slightly cheaper. But I've also sat at the tables where I've seen the rates that they are charging. It's higher than the ones here. But because you're not there, the excuse they're using is saying cheap labor. But I've seen the rates. It's higher than what people are receiving in US and the UK and Canada. But how do you know about that if you have not seen it? So it's easy, it's convenient for them to say it's cheap labor. It's convenient for so that you do not care about it. While they move the opportunities there.
I was watching Tim Cook, that's Apple CEO, and he said something about China. He said the time when China was a place for cheap labor was so many years ago that people keep making the mistake that China is where you go if you want cheap labor. That no, that China is where you go where there is expertise. That in they have more people per square meter with a type of expertise than they have in the whole state in America. So when you are going for high tech and high, there's a way he coined it for specialist abilities, that you will go to China, Vietnam, India, Indonesia, Philippines, that all these people are picking up these jobs because they are better trained than Americans who, although were the originators of many of the technologies, have found themselves redundant because they have refused to grow at the pace Asia is growing. So that's just to buttress your point. It's not about cheap labor anymore. And a time will come when a guy in Ikirun in Nigeria will be charging $100 an hour, while you that are in the America, paying American rent, buying American food, paying American bills, will be charging $40 an hour because he has built himself and developed himself, and what they need him for can be done remotely. That time is coming. Indeed, it is here now, as the Bible says. So, you guys need to be extremely careful and conversant with the emerging technologies and the emerging words. You want to say something, Dr. Finn?
Yeah, so just to kind of add to what you said, within the telco space, there are certain certifications that very few people have it. And I collaborated with somebody a few years ago where Ericsson just employed him just to take him out of the market. He doesn't do anything. Because there are certain certifications that less than 20 people at that time in Canada, the entire country, had the expertise. So they wanted to just remove him from his competitors. So there's certain niche areas within the tech space, there are certain skill set that very few people can solve that type of problem. And this guy basically was lounging for over a year saying the only reason we're like three in this company is just paying us just to look at repairs and not do anything. We're not using that skill set. But the minute we're in the job market, another telco will run after. And the more you're able to niche and the more you're able to find skill sets within the tech space that people need, and it has a high value, you can set your rates, and it doesn't matter where you're based.
Brilliantly put, guys. So the key word there is set your rates. You make your rates. You make the call. How does your event support individuals looking to transition into tech or digital careers from non-tech backgrounds?
So one of the biggest problem people have when they're trying to come into tech is that they don't know where to start. And yes, we have career coaching within our team. We have recruiters, we have people we talk to.
Thank you for popping my money gun.
Conversations, webinars to provide information and all of that. But a lot of time, you might not just still be enough. So why don't we bring people in the different areas in tech to come talk about it? So If you're unclear what a project manager does, come and listen to them talk. If you're unclear on how someone grew from becoming an individual contributor to a director, come listen to them. If you're clear on how to prepare for an interview, come listen to recruiters that are frustrated with you sending them the same CV. Like I was speaking to a senior HR recruiter for a company. I said I received over 20 resumes that were exactly the same, that was copied from ChatGPT word for word. And I can see that this 20 resume is the same, and I just had to reject them. It's not like they are not competent, but a lot of people now are now confusing technology to replace your own human capacity to provide value and providing it there. So come listen to people. And then, even though we train, for us, it's not even just about training people. How many people can we individually train? We're training 2,000 yet. We have millions of Africans outside and minorities that want to move. Then within Africa, we have billions of people also that also want to. So let's create the avenue for conversations. You want to be a project manager? Come. You want to be a product owner? Come. You want to be a data analyst? Come. You want to be a DevOps specialist? You want to be in cybersecurity? Come listen and see people that have done it and ask them questions and learn from it. So that, because when you now decide to make a decision, your transition, you are moving from knowledge, which means that you are informed. Because a lot of people that I've spoken to or coached over the last 1 or 2 years, they first say, oh, I did one training, it wasn't good, or oh, I tried to do it, it didn't work. And I start asking them questions. Because they're telling me about the symptoms of their problem, not the root cause. Okay, who trained you? Did you understand the language or how the person speaks to be able to understand how they teach? No, the person is a second English is a second language. Okay, that's no problem. Okay, even though you understand it properly, right? Even though you understand it properly, did you understand the role before starting to train for it? Because half of the time, your personality might not necessarily meet the way that role is expected. If you're an introvert and you want to go and be a project manager where you'll be running after people, you'll be burnt out, you'll be frustrated. So there are certain roles that your personality also plays a part in how successful you are. Example, that freeze, you're on live multiple times. If you're not somebody that has a lot of things you're doing here, your radio experience and all of that is what you're rolling over here, right? And if you are not built certain competencies there's certain things that you struggle with. So sometimes we just jump deep into things without thinking about it, without understanding it properly, without knowing if it will work for us, and you say, oh, I tried to get into it, it didn't work. And then even if you want to transition and you got the skill set, one of the biggest problem that I've noticed, and one of the most intentional topic I spend time to, is communication. A lot of us don't even know how to express ourselves or tell our story clearly. To be able to take people along. For example, when you watch a movie, one of the key things that keeps you glued to it is the suspense, is the transition. So when you're talking and working your ideas of how you solved problem with somebody somewhere else, the way you talk about it also plays a key part.
The passion.
It's important. The passion, what you've learned, and the difference between, I can tell in 5 minutes if you read something and if you have experienced it in tech. Because the things we write in the textbook when we are in the battlefront is not what we say anymore. It's not how we do it. And the way you do things and the way you say it is different once you have passed through it. So it's important that people start understanding this, that yes, there are roles. Yes, you can transition into tech. But be informed before you start. Because half of the problem is not the training. Half of the problem is not the system. Half of the problem is that you either did not even have an expectation of how the outcome will be, or the expectations that you had were different from how the journey should be.
Why was it important to make TechForce Connect a truly global conference with participants from 5 different countries?
So, okay, this was something I struggled with for almost 6 months. I remember earlier when we chatted earlier in the year, I told you I'm trying to do something, and I struggled with it. But I had to tell myself the truth that why we needed to make it virtual. If we are pushing for remote work, we're pushing for company to say, hey, now we know that micromanagement was half of the reason why we're going to the office. And secondly, real estate industry wanted to be able to make money. So half of the issue had nothing to do with the workforce. Had to do with an industry. And a lot of people do not know that 50% of tech people, their other business is real estate. When they make money in tech, the next thing they do is that they start looking for assets that they can control and can appreciate. So most of the people at the high-rise buildings are actually people that have made money within the tech space, and they start moving it and reinvest in other industries. Right? So which means that they need to make money from both sides, which means they will push you to come to the office. And I once worked with a CEO that owned multiple malls in Montreal, in my city. Multiple malls, not one, multiple malls and high-rise buildings. Right? So what it was important to say, if we're going to truly say it's remote, let's show it. Let's bring the experts from the UK, from Ukraine, from Italy, and let them have conversations remotely and show us that it does not matter where they are based. They are relevant. And also the people that are based in Lagos that are offering services to people around the world. And people based in France that are offering services to people around the world. Let us see them do it and let them have live conversations with us. It doesn't take away the fact that there will still be hybrid job or in-person job. For example, I still have certain old school clients that want to see me. I've had to go do live events where they say, yes, we can talk to you, but we want to see you. I will pay for everything. But I've built my competence enough to request for that. To say, you want me to come personally train your people and be there in person? You book my flight, you book my ticket. But I paid my dues 15 plus years to be able to get there. But the people who are starting off, let's start from where we are safe. Let's start from not having to spend extra money to live where we are. Let's start from the skill set that we have. Let's make sure that we break that myth that it doesn't matter where you are. Like we have students or people that are joining from Dubai and all of that, from different parts of India, China. We had students from Israel, countries that I was shocked that are Philippines, people reaching out to say, let's have conversation. And I've seen a lot of conversation. I'll throw it out there. For this year, for all minorities and everybody joining the conference, it's actually free. Because we want to make sure that people are having conversation. And if you come to the conference and you see value and you see opportunities and you want to gather skill set, we still have free introductory courses to expose you to area. And then you say, no, I am ready to invest and grow it. Then we have tutored programs, self-paced programs, live classes where I am involved in a couple of them with experts with more than 10 years experience to handle and hold you accountable. So it's not just do this, you get a job. You will do it. You will build a relevant skill set. And then you'll be able to get into the job market. But if we not start making enough noise the way Indians are making and saying we can do it, Chinese are making, like you said one word, that is the expertise. And if you don't show them that you have the expertise and build the competence, the time that once you I speak to a lot, we say that someone will come and eat your food.
I want to talk about first time attendees. What do they stand to expect when they join the Tech Force Conference, Tech Force Connect, I beg your pardon, 2025? People who are gray in this market, people who have never attended any of your seminars or conferences, what do they stand to get? What makes your event different from the other events that are available to the public, for instance?
So the first thing is that you're going to see people that look like you, that have done it. Remember years ago, I think it was 4 or 5 years ago, I went for a conference. We had a minority dinner, and we're about 20 from US and Canada, and everybody there was a C-level executive and CEOs, VPs, all of that. And I saw people on that table that were in their 20s to people in their 50s that were leaders. And the max
CEOs in
leader
their
we had-
20s.
Yes.
How?
I know there's a tool called Asana. It's a tool for project management. One of their VPs there was in her late 20s at that time, a lady.
And she was vice president.
She was the VP of a company.
Wow.
At that time, doing over $500,000. Not that they told me. I know the person.
That was her salary?
Yes.
Monthly or annually?
Yearly. She was That was not just salary, no bonus, nothing else.
Basic.
No, basic, sir.
Hey.
And we all ask ourselves one question. Why are we so few? Because none of us has ever seen that much black people that were leaders sitting together having a conversation in our career individually before. We showed us that the people with expertise. And if we don't start networking, and if we don't start showing that people have done it, people will believe that it's not possible. So that's why I said the first thing is you want to come in is to have an open mind. It's a free conference, by the way. You're coming there to learn. Why don't you show up to make sure that you can soak the wealth of knowledge? Some of the people that are coming to speak, you can go check them. I can throw some names if you want. Like one of our speakers is Dr. Larry Olushola, the catalyst, that started life coaching and career coaching, that mentors companies that access by all the banks calling to come train their leaders, coming to speak, to share information. And I'll talk about more into that. And there are a lot of people that are doing well for themselves, leading different things, coming to have conversation. I have no cause to tell you that it is possible. Because if we don't start blowing our trumpet, and when you come in there, make sure that you take information, that you're writing this down, you're gathering information down, you are connecting with people that look like you. Because in the last 10 years of my career, I have never applied for an opportunity, a contract, a job, or anything before. And 70% of the things that I've gotten were recommendations. Hey, I cannot do this. Are you free to do it? Oh, I know you do this. I know somebody that can solve it. Because I have focused more on building relevant networks of people. And I was listening to one influencer recently out of Nigeria was talking, saying everybody wants to hang out with the guy at the top, forgetting the guys that you grew up with are going to grow with you and you guys will be at the top. So keep your relationships. Like some of the CEOs coming to speak, I did doctorate with them or master's degree with them. Some of the top leaders were former colleagues 10 plus years ago that are now leaders making decisions in their company. But I kept those relationships for 10 years plus, some 15 years plus. And there are bosses where you need to go talk to their secretary to reach them. But I have their personal contact because I didn't abuse the relationship I built and I offered value to them over the years.
You didn't beg them for urgent 2K. Which is what ruins a lot of relationships today. People do not understand that building a relationship requires offering instead of taking. Sometimes you don't have to offer money, but just offer value. You can't be valueless. You want a relationship with somebody, what value are you offering? Thank you. Even me, I'm here, I'm learning, Dr. Finn. Can you walk us through the structure of the event? Keynotes, workshops, networking, lounges, and recruiter sessions.
Yeah, so for the event, we're going to be having different types. So it's going to be 2 days, and we're dividing into morning and afternoon. So it's going to be midday for people out of Africa, morning for people in North America, and then late evening for people. So it's going to be starting at 9 a.m. Eastern time, which is like 12 noon to somewhere around 7, 8. So in the mornings, we're going to have different sessions. keynote speakers from both Africa, because we wanted to make sure that people understood that if we're saying that people out of Africa are offering services to the world, then let's bring people like Lara Lushala that are offering services to people in North America and US, UK that we know. But also let's bring people in North America that are offering services to people globally, even including Africa, to come speak at the conference. So we have keynote talk, we have fireside chats with leaders, lecturers in universities, Africans that are now lecturers teaching people. Not just me, I know I've said it multiple times. I say I've lectured over the years, and 99% of my students wearing people that look like me. And I know a lot of people too that are lecturers in universities in the UK, US, France. Let them come talk and tell you the stories. Also, you want to go into personal branding, digital marketing, everybody's trying to sell something, offer service online. There are people that are doing it. Out of Ghana, for example, Amir Dibra, we have people joining from Kenya, like Rwanda. If you heard of this campaign of similar to the one that was done in Ghana a few years ago, to kind of bring people out to Africa. Rwanda is doing the same thing, but I've seen them. They've even sponsored a club right now in the Premier League and all of that. The leading person that organized it, she's going to be speaking, because people out of Africa are trying to showcase the value of Africa, and people around the world are also trying to showcase the value that they bring. And in the afternoon, let's come just have conversation with career coaches in different fields that you can just tell them, this is what I am doing. Where are the likely areas I can fall into? Also, come and talk to people that are already doing the job. A lot of them that I've trained over the years, I've mentored over the years, and some of them are experts that will tell you what they do every day. To just come have conversation. And then recruiters, for example, to post your job for recruitment, even for people out of Africa or North America, you pay for these platforms. Right. So come to the conference and come share jobs to people that look like us. And we've actually offered limited free source to companies around Africa, US, Canada, UK, France, all of that to come. Show them that we have equipped and experts that are minorities, so that you can actually apply for jobs and talk to people for free. I'm not going to say every year it's going to be like that, but we want to show that Africans, minorities, blacks can actually give value and actually our skill set and show our market. Because China started by announcing themselves to the world. India started by announcing themselves to the world till the world agreed that they had the expertise. They did not wait for anybody to tell them they can do it. They forced it on you. To say, I can do it, and I will show you that I can do it. And we've all agreed. I remember the time where they say China made was derogatory.
Yeah.
But now, it's a thing of pride because everything is made there. And if we do not change our narrative, who will change it for us? And the next generation, our kids, we want to hand that over to them, or we want to start the conversation now?
I want to talk about real quick. A lot of people are asking me, especially on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. They're saying, "What is your contact?" A lot of people want to be a part of this. They want to know what it involves. They want to know, is there any financial commitment? They just want to ask you some questions. Is there any number that they can reach?
Yeah, so I'll provide our career coaching numbers that you can send a WhatsApp message. It's easier to send a WhatsApp message because a bunch of you who might call all at the same time. So send a WhatsApp message and reach out to you. The first number is +1 289 505 9048. +1 289 505 9048. I will have a second number. Just say I attended at the Freeze's life. And a second number, if you want me to post it also,
I'm typing it as you're saying it. Go ahead.
The second one is +1 34 388 33941. +1 34388 33941.
All right, so I have the numbers pinned right there. Uh, the numbers are, oops, I just mentioned, I didn't pin it. Plus one, 289 505 9048. I'll take that number again. Plus one, 289 505 9048, and plus one, 34388 33941. Just say you heard of Dr. Finn on Daddy Freeze Live. Continue, Dr. Finn. I just needed to get the number to those who needed it. And those of you who have been popping my money guns, thank you so much. Big shout out to Chat Room, Rocking TV, and David BOS on TikTok. There's a whole world going on TikTok, and they're listening to you, Dr. Finn. So they're quite excited, and they're giving gifts and having all sorts of competitions in the background.
Great.
How are sessions designed to meet the needs of both beginners and experienced professionals? Now, why is this so important? Because just like you said, you had a meeting with young CEOs, and I'm sure at that meeting there were some greenhorns there to people who were just trying to grind their teeth in the field of tech. So, how easy is it? How are the sessions designed to meet the needs of both beginners and experienced professionals all at the same time?
So great question. So the way we've kind of structured is that most of or all our sessions will have moderators with structured questions that are, like I like to say, 5 years old level English to make sure that it's clear enough for them to be able to explain things and provide context to you that are based on their journey. So everyone coming to speak is an expert. I will have coming to speak on their experience, coming to speak on their challenge, coming to speak on their successes. Because 90% one of the biggest things we do a lot is we all want to talk about our successes. It's easy, it's fun, it motivates, but you're built from your mistakes. Because that's what determines how far you're going to go. So we structure it in a way where there are moderator sessions or all the sessions to talk about different areas. How I survived getting into tech, how I changed careers later on in my life, and I'm able to grow and I've been able to achieve all I wanted to achieve in the space of 4 or 5 years that I couldn't achieve 10 years before I went into a particular area in tech. And then also, there will be career coaches for you to go ask questions. But ask questions in a way where you had conversation to understand what people do, the areas in tech, and then you're coming to now say, oh, I saw this person doing this, I saw that this person has this relevant skill set. How do I ensure that I'm able to follow their journey in my own way? What skill set do I need? What do I need to learn? Where do I need to go? What type of conversation should I have? For example, like one of the key things we do, we actually have our own community right now. We have over 500 plus people that are prepping, sharing information, and getting themselves ready to take advantage of everything that they can possibly get during this event to ensure that it gives them value.
That's major right there. What type of speakers and experts can attendees expect to learn from at TechForce Connect 2025?
So we have a lot of, like I mentioned, one of our speakers is that Dr. Larry Lushala is going to be one of our keynote speakers. We have people from PR industry like Alma that has managed a bunch of different events, top events, and all of that. We have a lot of lecturers coming, like lecturers from universities, like myself, that are still lecturing, not like me.
Are you still okay? You are no longer lecturing.
I still consult and lecture, but I lecture via our boot camps, no longer in the university anymore. But lecturers, for example, from University of Portsmouth, University of Sydney, Concordia University out of Canada, that are still lecturing. Dr. Sarah Glover, another top lecturer out of the US, that's lectured in multiple universities that are coming to talk about. And then career coaches that are helping people reinvent themselves. And then young CEOs that have built companies from scratch that are coming to speak about how they did it and how are they growing. And also another big area, the creative industries. There are a lot of agencies, and when people think about tech, they think about software developer. But the people, one of the industries that Africans are getting exposed to is the digital marketing industry. That's a $1 trillion industry. For example, when you're on Facebook or Instagram and you are scrolling, I mean, can you count the number of ads you see in a day anymore? You can't. There are agencies that companies are giving 10, 20, 50 million dollars to run ads for them every year. For example, YouTube runs ads. Do you know YouTube runs ads on Google? Google runs ads on YouTube. As big as they are, $1 trillion business. All the Amazon still runs ads. Uber still runs ads, and all of them are running different types of ads. Within that ad creative industry, there's so many things that are involved. Designing, even running the ads yourself, editing videos. Nowadays, we see how building your personal brand is key. It's not necessarily about who is the most knowledgeable. It's the person that is able to pass the information in a way that people understand it. And now virality is more in how you communicate, not what you are communicating. So if you're saying something that is unintelligent in a very connected way, people will go towards. So we have speakers that have done that. From Ameya Deborah, which we kind of call the Linda KG of Ghana, coming to speak, that has built a multi-media agency, and including Africans, including top management consultants that have even transitioned. One of the transition from being a consultant to actually becoming a counselor in Canada. A black man, originally from Lagos, grew up in Lagos, been in the media space. So we have a lot of people that are coming. And I can keep going on and on. Shopify experts that left Shopify to go start their own companies and are doing well. People that are consultant to AI platforms or tools like 11 Labs and all of that offer agency services to them. Let's bring them to come and have conversation. So they can tell you what has worked for them. And that way, you can shorten your time to be able to make it.
Guys, let me lock Facebook, TikTok while I announce the numbers again. +1 289 505 9048. The other number is +1 34 388 33941. So, Dr. Finn, can you share a few confirmed topics or industry leaders that are part of the lineup for TechForce Connect 2025?
Yes, of course. Sorry, third topic. The first one is one of our keynotes is building careers for the digital economy. Across continents, that it does not matter where you're based, you are able to do it. Stories, lessons in reinvention, stories from unlikely tech journeys, people that you never thought they would be able to transition into tech, that have done it and they are able to build your career. We have topics like marketing careers in Africa's growing digital economy. I know people out of Africa that have marketing contracts with companies that are over $1 million, based in Lagos, based in Nairobi, Kenya, based in South Africa. that are charging in dollars and pounds to offer services within the marketing space for companies. Also, emerging tech skills that you need to learn in 2025 that people are learning that still has low barrier to entry, because the way every industry work is that once it becomes popular, everybody runs there, and then something else pops up that still has a low barrier to entry. From survivor to strategy, reclaiming your career to narrative. People that have had to switch careers, or people that were truck drivers, people that work in the call centers today, people that were working in the banking sector, that have been able to reinvent themselves and be able to go faster than they did in a few years than they did before that. Also, role of coaching in career acceleration. One of the things I personally took for granted was the need for coaches. Because, yes, I went through traditional tech space. I'm like, oh no, there's no need for coaching. Then when I started hitting roadblocks that I did not know anybody that has gotten there. So the first time I started having more than 30 plus, it's easy when you're managing 4 or 5 people, then you have 30 plus people reporting indirectly to you. And when they come to you to tell you a problem, they expect an answer immediately. So you can't tell them I'll go and solve it and come back. They expect you to be all-knowing. So I realized I needed to talk to people that are ahead of me so they can make my life easier. And I realized that coaching actually is supposed to be a process of you sitting on someone else's shoulder and be able to look ahead and learn from their experience. So let's bring people that are expert coaches to come and tell you why you need people. And when people think of coaching, doesn't mean that it has to be paid coaching. For example, you can follow somebody judiciously and watch all their content and learn from them. And that's the person coaching you, because you're learning from them. What people confuse is that they think coaching is mentorship. Mentorship is I'm submitting to this person and I'm being accountable to them to tell them what I'm doing so that they can correct me and guide me. Coaching is I'm taking the information and knowledge this person has provided and I'm going to learn from it. And then building digital products and startups. Right? The phrase you probably have heard, for example, what's going on right now with a lot of startups closing down and CEOs moving within the tech space and companies winding up. A lot of these things, those of us that have been in tech knew the companies that will last, because you can see about their policy, which is one of the key things, putting the customer at the center of their decision and how they do things. So let's come talk to people that have successfully built companies and come and ask them, how are you staying in business 10 years time, building companies, building products, building stuff within the tech space? And I can keep going on and on. And of course, AI. How do we start, when we think of AI, how do we put our customer, the user, at the center of everything we're doing? AI is disrupting everything. It's going to reshape how we work. It's going to reshape how we do business. It's going to reshape our society. How do you need to imagine your career? And a lot of times people are more worried about AI.
Than other pressing needs.
Oh, the biggest thing that will take your job is not AI. It's AI's younger brother, like I like to call it, it's automation. You know what is automation? Automation is basically anything that I can list out as a step. Let me give it to a computer to follow the steps, to repeat it. Because you could have an intelligent job, which means AI can do it. Or you could have a job that is just steps. And automation, which is dumb and not smart, can take it. Let's take, for example, the textile industry. Formerly, people were weaving themselves. And then automated machines came that is weaving all the clothes that we wear nowadays. At faster pace. So while we think technology is only in traditional industry like social media, software, technology is everywhere around you. Your car, your clothes, your cap, your glasses, all of these are mass produced using what?
Automation.
Knowledge.
Even me, I'm learning a lot. Will there be panels, fireside chats? What are some of the key themes? these will explore.
Yeah. So we're going to be having a bunch of different types of panels, fireside chat, keynote, leadership conversations, and all of that. One the key thing that is important for us there is to ensure that we're having relevant conversation. So let's talk about technology and innovation. What is happening all around us? Let's talk about career and employment. Because everybody can tell you get a job, but how do you build a career? You can get a job because I've seen more people fired within their first 3 months than people that have complained about getting the job. Because keeping the job is harder than getting the job. But keeping the job requires you to give value consistently.
Give constant value. That's what I wanted to say.
Constant value. So if your value drops, and they are able, and most people do not realize that. And when I got into leadership conversation, I realized how companies do. The minimum value you should give should be 3 times the salary you are getting paid. Minimum. So if the company is paying this, they expect you to generate 3 times in terms of revenue or indirect revenue for them. Then motivation and personal growth. A lot of people struggle with being able to keep pushing themselves. And there was a time when I was working with Sia, we had a conversation because I enjoy talking to tech people, but business people, I just found that it was just really stressful having to really explain things to certain level. And he told me something, that as you build your career, there are things you will love doing that you have to do. But as a professional, you still need to do the things that you don't like to do, that is relevant for you to grow. For example, conflict, hard conversations. You need to be able to tell people, I don't like to talk about this, but I've had to let more than 20 to 30 people over my career go. Because it was my job, not because I wanted to do it. But heavy wears the heart, right? So it was part of the job. So while you are seeing, oh, this person is serious, but you don't know the hard conversations that you needed to do. Some of them might be skill set, but some of them was budget. Has nothing to do with them. Right. So, and then let's talk about AI and its impact. How does it affect us? Let's talk about advertising and marketing. After we create the product, after we create the service, after we create the software, how do we sell it? Someone needs to sell it. And then coaching and mentorship. How do you grow? How do you listen to people? I've been able to move really fast in the last 2 to 3 years, or the last 4 years that I started taking coaching and mentorship seriously, than I did. Because I understood one thing, that people confuse paying for service as you're paying for somebody money. What I understood, because I have spent more money than anybody I've met in equipping myself. So somebody that went from undergraduate to masters, you know that 6-figure in dollars. Secondly, my yearly budget for coaching, mentorship, and also trainings, even me, trainings to ensure that I am able to be valuable, goes into 5 figures in dollars. Because I realized that there's certain access you will not get till you offer value to those people. So, for example, if you're familiar with Vusi Tembakwai, one of the top speakers,
Heard about him.
That coached me. I spoke to him. He mentored me. Part of his mentorship to have conversations with. How would I have, even this conference, one of the people that gave me tidbits of things to do. But how did I have to do that? He had to be my coach for him to be able to give me tidbits. So let's come talk about it. There's free coaching. There's also paid one. There's also mentorships. Doesn't matter which one you want to go to. But it matters about accountability. Because it's not the person that starts the journey first. It's the person that is able to complete it that matters. So these are some of the themes: career, technology, AI, advertising, marketing, coaching, mentorship, and how you can grow fast.
These are really important. What specific skills, technical and non-technical, will participants walk away with after attending this conference of yours?
So for us, one of the things, and my team will have a problem with this, and that's is that we're going to give you a bunch of free information that will help you, from resume templates to jobs that you can apply for, to free short courses and trainings to educate you, to a bunch of other information that you could use, even trackers that you can use to look for jobs and track it, and platforms to go look for opportunities. And in addition to that, prior to that, we also want to be able to ensure that during those conversations, you're talking to people to understand how they do the job and what they do. Because 90% of the time, people don't know what people do. And I've had conversations with people, and they're like, oh, I want to get into tech. I don't know. I don't have any skills. And after about 5 minutes, I realized that they have 70% of the skills, so they just don't know how to position themselves to be able to show value. So we're going to be talking about how to position yourself. What are the skill sets that people need to do? How they are doing it? How to keep your job? What are the tools that people are using? What are the softwares that are relevant in different industries that people are using?
Welcome back, guys. Still waiting for Dr. Finn. I don't know what happened. Dr. Finn, I don't know what happened. I'm not sleeping. It's just the light in my eye is very plenty. I can't open my eyes properly, so it looks like I'm sleeping because the light is directly in my eye. And if I switch off the light, I'll be dark. So I want Dr. Depa did not take light. Oh, it's just network being funny. Okay, Dr. Finn. So you were talking before we were rudely interrupted.
Yeah. So for us,
can somebody please type the number again? The number, Dr. Finn.
Yeah. Also, I forgot to also mention that you can actually go register directly for the event on our website and see most of the information we're talking about. I just dropped it. It's called techforceconnect.com.
All right. So the question you were answering was, what specific skills, technical and non-technical, will participants walk away after attending the meeting? Top Angel, you know Top Angel? That means she's paying attention.
Yeah.
Top Angel, I'm going to bring you to ask your questions because I can see you're paying attention. Go ahead, Dr. Finn.
Yeah. So it's gonna be covering every area that we're seeing in tech, and we've been deliberate about it. See, because everyone is talking about the core area. So right now, everyone is either talking about product project or talking about data, AI, or talking about cybersecurity. But there are many other roles in tech that people don't realize. We have what we call DevOps specialists that are making money. You might have heard of the cloud, people who manage architectures for companies and their softwares, where it's stored and all of that. There are multiple other roles, solution architects. So the way you have an architect that will build the plan of a house, we need somebody that will build the plan of the software before we start building it, or build a plan of the infrastructure. So there are a lot of other roles that are there. Personal branding, marketing expert, graphic designers, people that are taking AI to reinvent their industries. So it's going to be covering everything and any area. There's going to be a relevant topic that would provide value to you, and not just in skill set, not just in information, not just in direction, but there are also going to be career coaches that you could go ask questions at the end to say, okay, if I have done this, yes. I'm seeing some people say UI UX, yes. One of the top UI UX designers that I've met in my career, that has worked in Shopify, 11 Labs, and some of the top companies in North America, is going to be there to talk about things that he's built his experience over 20 years.
Brilliant. Beyond tech knowledge, how does the event support career advancement in areas like leadership, project management, and personal branding?
Yeah. So one of the mistakes I personally had in my journey was my expertise made me, which is a good thing, made me kind of be able to move into leadership. But I didn't have anybody to tell me how to deal with leadership conversations or deal with leadership conflicts, and be able to understand that when you're given a seat at the table, how do you behave there? Not just behave there, how do you ensure that you can give constant value? So I had to figure it out the hard way. So we have leaders that are senior leaders in companies, CEOs in companies, VPs, heads, directors, that will come tell you about how, because yes, everyone is saying you get into tech, but when you got into tech, do you want to grow your career? Do you want to become a manager? Do you want to become a director? What I needed to know and do when I was a manager was different from what I needed to know and do when I was a director. By the time I had only directors reporting, the time I had to have the epiphany was when I had 3 directors reporting into me. So the conversation was a different level. And guess what? Most of them were in black. So how do you deal with these conversations at the top? When this person is an expert and they expect you to solve problems for them. And some of them might be experienced more than you in terms of years in the industry. Some have 20 years experience, 20 plus years experience. But I was still their boss. So how do you have those conversations? How do you even have meetings with them? We're not going to be talking about $1, $2 problems. We're going to be talking about strategic conversations that will move the company in
Forward.
6, 5, 6, 7 figures conversation. So how do you sit at that table? The first time I did what we call a profit and loss report and be responsible to go and defend. I've been involved in creating the budget and all of it, but imagine defending $2, $3, $4 million budget to say, this is what I need the company to approve for me to pay people that are reporting to me. And this is the value we will give that with 3x and 5x the company if you give me $3 million. Who is going to... How many people have had those relevant or had the opportunity for that? Right. And then project management. How do you manage people? One of the most difficult things till today. That's a school you don't graduate from, managing human beings. Because we are different. And I had one of my students ask me about this. So how do you deal with conflict, people that are difficult? And I asked them one question. I said, do you think that immediately you get into tech, that there's a river you go and you get baptized and you now become a whole good person? It's not the same bad character the person had. Wherever they were before that, they will bring in. And it's on you to hold yourself accountable to be different and to handle conflicts better. I've had people reporting to me that went into panic attack, anxiety, screaming and cursing at this, and you have to just listen through and let them express themselves and bring them back to reality. Right. And then personal branding, how do you even start positioning yourself? How do you start ensuring that you are learning? And one of the mistakes people make is that we rush into having conversations that are not based on expertise. Everything I share is a live project every day. Today, I've worked on multiple projects with companies, some running to 6, 7, 8 figures. And it's those lessons, those mistakes that I come to teach, those mistakes that I come to talk about. So the minute I'm no longer involved in conversations and solving real problems, what am I teaching? I've run out of information to share because 4 years ago, problem is not relevant today, right? So, and how do you now brand yourself to come and talk about this, share your informations, position yourself? And I'll say this, my first consulting gig, like I mentioned, which I made 5 figures, came from one LinkedIn post. Made me 5 figures in dollars. One LinkedIn post.
How did this happen?
I was just sharing knowledge. So I was just sharing information about things that I've gathered and learned and expertise and skill set I just acquired and all of that. Someone just DM'd me, hey, we'll be following and chatted if you've been following your things and all of that. I have this contract opportunity, but I'm engaged somewhere else. I cannot do it. Do you have the opportunity? Are you free right now? Till today, I don't even remember the person. I can't find the chat again. Because it was a random conversation. I said, yeah, and I just sent my email. And he forwarded it to another company. And that was how I consulted with Bombardier.
That's Bombardier, the aircraft company.
Yeah, yes.
Wow.
Not just consulted in their office, sat there.
Wow.
You know, and worked and offered them value. Because I focus first on offering free value. And of course, guess what will happen? Somebody who sees what you're doing will mention your name in the right conversation. But to offer value, you need to have skill set. To have skill set, you need to invest in yourself. And to invest in yourself, and when people talk of investment, people think it's only money, time. The biggest investment you can do in yourself is time. Showing up for yourself. But if this could be sleeping right now, but he's here.
I have to show up. I have to show up for myself.
It's time. You know, and a lot of people take these little things for granted.
Absolutely. Let's talk about sessions converting, soft skills, job readiness, and remote work best practices. Let's talk about that.
So,
before you say anything, guys, for those of you who want to be a part of this, the numbers are +1 343 88 33 941. Don't call, just WhatsApp, please. Maybe it's your call that cut off the call the other time. The other number is +1 289 505 9048. The person that wrote down this number is not known to Dr. Finn. It's somebody like you. But the difference between that person and you is they're not broke like you because they can afford to pay attention. The truly poor people of 2025 are not those who don't have money, but those who can't afford to pay attention. Attention is a currency. Use it wisely. Back to you, Dr. Finn.
Yeah. So, you asked about skills, job raise, and remote work best practices. We actually have a community right now, and I've also shared our website, Tech Force Connect. So, tech with a K, TEK, forceconnect.com. And what we're trying to do there is for you to prepare yourself. So yes, we have alumni, we have people that are already job ready. They've already acquired skills. Some of them have even acquired skills somewhere, so we do not discriminate. It's not like you have to train with us or have trained with us to be able to show up. But you need to be prepared, which means that you need to show up there professionally. professional in terms of your resume is crispy good, not mass produced from ChatGPT. You're actually able to show value. You're able to identify roles that you can give opportunity, or if you're given opportunity, you'll be able to give value. And if you don't have the relevant skill set, reach out to our coaching team and ask them questions to say, I don't know where I fit in, this is what I have done. How can I acquire skill set as fast as possible? And what can I do to prepare myself? Then when you show up and you apply for jobs, also ensure that you're putting your best foot forward. Don't just show up and just go apply for a job. If you're recruiters or career coaches, have conversations with them. One of the tricks that has helped a lot of people that I know is that people will go check for from the pile of CVs for that person that was memorable. Talk to them, chat with them, engage them. That's why a lot of people say there are no jobs on LinkedIn. No, there are jobs. People are still messaging me. Some jobs that you apply for, they are messaging people to say, can you recommend someone else? Because they trust. So build your network. Connect with people. If you meet people there that are from different countries or people that are from Nigeria, Ghana, US, UK, Canada, anywhere, network with people. For example, I was talking to an alumni that's going for an interview today. I told me that there's a company right now that she's interviewing because she's already in tech, but she wants to switch to another role. Then they are hiring 35 of one particular role due to a new policy that was just signed. How would you know that if you're not having conversations or relating or positioning yourself? So it's important that you show up for yourself. Be ready, your resume, you're asking questions, you're connecting with people. You're not badgering the speakers or going to their LinkedIn and DMing. For example, I have so many DMs that I really want to respond to, I really want to explain to, but I don't have the time. So if you need something for somebody, you want to be very clear. Oh, I met you. Oh, I saw you speak at this place. There's this. And the person will be able, and it should be a problem. The person can be in one line reply. If you expect him to give you a full coaching session over chat, it's not going to be possible. And a lot of people that are coming to this event, their sisters and all of that, they want to manage their socials. So you want to make sure that you connect, you give value, and you're not screaming at, oh, there are no opportunities. There are. The people that put in the work will get it first. And the people that are paying attention, example, the person who pinned it, I actually don't know the person, but the person paid attention. So you come to a conference and the recruiter gave a tip. Someone from there will use that tip. I was speaking to somebody that went for a coaching opportunity recently, or went for a job opportunity, and just come to say, was this thing that you said, was it what I said in the interview? And it got me to the next step of the interview. I can't even remember the exact word for word of what I said. It was a conversation like this. And people understand one very important thing. Your network is your network.
Absolutely.
But don't abuse it.
Absolutely. Very brilliant. We've been here for almost 2 hours, so I want us to start rounding off so people can ask questions. For me, question sessions are as important as even the conversation itself. Techforceconnect.com, TEKFORCECONNECT.com. That's the website. If you want to get in touch with them, with Dr. Finn, please use that. I'll announce the numbers as we proceed. Now, how does TechForce Connect help close the digital skills gap?
So, when you talk about careers, like a chicken and the egg situation, and I'll break it down. You need people that have skill sets to do the job. And you need the job for the people that have skill set to work in. So if we have so many jobs and we don't have people, then there's a problem. And if we have people and we don't have jobs, then there's also the problem. Which means that even while myself and other companies and universities are training people, we also need to be having conversations with companies. So all these people that are showing up are people that possibly have roles also in their companies that they are recruiting for. They are coming to speak. And there are also companies that are coming to say, hey, we want to hire people there. So if if you're not able to acquire the skill sets and show up in front of the right people, then it's going to be a problem. So for us, it's about doing both. Not just that we're shutting out thousands of people that are trained. Are we connecting them to opportunities? Are we ensuring that we create the community, the environment for them to network? Are we building that camaraderie that some of us never had? When we started, it was very obvious. You go to a room and you just see one black person sitting at the corner. Every other person is light skinned. Just one black Dr. Phil just hiding somewhere. You know, to ensure that we are a lot. Because the truth is that we are a lot. We're scattered everywhere. There's no country that you go to and you will not find Africans or immigrants and all of that. But if we are not having that conversations, if we are not screaming in front of the companies to say, yes, of course, we are hearing of the term called DEI, for those who are not familiar with it, called diversity, equity, and inclusion. But I've seen people have conversations. I've seen recruiters tell me that people are saying, oh, we should be diverse, but where are the people? And that's one of the biggest gaps we're trying to fill. There are thousands of people gathering here. That are the people, come and meet them. Because breaking a myth is not about screaming that they are cheating you. It's about showing them that you can create your own table. And yes, we can say destroy it. For example, when people shout about DEI and shout about all of it, for example, I'm based in Quebec. You guys think DEI is a problem? Talk about, go and Google Quebec in Canada. They scream about you not speaking French. But I don't speak a word in French. My kids speak French. They were born here. I don't speak a word in French. But because of the relevance of my skills, nobody cares. They will, if they cannot create a door for you, they will open a window for you if you can give value.
Absolutely brilliant, Dr. Finn. How does tech work create networking opportunities? Will attendees have network opportunities during the conferences? Networking opportunities, I beg your pardon.
Yeah. So it's going to be an internal platform using Zoom events where you're going to enter, you're going to be able to chat with people, you'll be able to engage in. So same thing we're doing here, but just within a platform where you'll be able to chat with everybody, drop your message, ask questions. It will be seen by the moderator. You could be pulled. Question could be pulled up and answered. It's going to be a bunch of activities happening inside the platform, things that you could do, people you can even chat with people and start connecting and messaging people, introducing yourself. So for us, we want to make sure that it's not just an event of let's just come and sit down and talk. Let's give a virtual experience similar to an in-person event, right? Where if it was in-person, after the talks, you can go walk around booths and talk to companies and talk to people and network and introduce yourself. Because we want to make sure that people start getting comfortable with remotely networking. Going to be breakout sessions, there are going to be side chats, there are going to be pods for you to talk to people, because it's important that we start getting comfortable networking remotely. Because if you want to work in a remote space and you don't even know how to meander your way through remote events, remotely networking with people, and also take it even outside post events. We have communities on LinkedIn, we have our WhatsApp community, Telegram community, with growing over 500 plus people now. We have thousands of people in our different communities that we keep having this conversation and have committee managers sharing information multiple times a week, having conversation, directing you to information, because it doesn't stop here. What we're just trying to do is make enough noise using this and also show that we can do this. And when we are able to do this, it's easy now to grow it and turn this into a movement. And doesn't matter where we have the relevant skill set. And we have proved it that we have the relevant skill set.
Will there be a recruiter zone or job fair component?
So we're going to be having recruiters, because when a lot of people think about tech, they do not realize that there are a lot of tech jobs in Lagos, in Abuja, in different parts. You can work remotely based in Nigeria for a Nigerian company or work for companies based outside. So yes, we're going to be having job opportunities and all of that available. Talk to recruiters, conversations, and all of that to help you, and even list of jobs. I have recruiters that I've known for 5, 10 years that call me and message me when they have opportunities, and they will show up to come show you the opportunities that they have. But you want to show up, like I said, prepared to give value.
All right. Will there be opportunities for attendees to submit resumes or pitch directly to hiring managers? What about
Yeah.
recruiters? Would they be able to pitch directly to them? Guys, I'm
Yeah.
going to start
So
taking
we're
your
going to have
questions in the next
yeah.
few minutes. Go
So
ahead.
recruiters are going to be available for you to pitch to them directly, and some that might not be available. We're also going to have our coaches that are going to be there with the list of recruiters' jobs, their emails that you can email and contact them and apply directly to those companies. So recruiters will be there to have conversations. Of course, we're also going to have companies that are just going to be providing jobs that are going to be available. Also going to have coaches that you can go ask questions to say, how do I position myself to ensure that I am top of the list? So for the date is 4th and 5th of September. Yeah. And the free.
How are you doing, brother?
Very fine, sir. Will I say good morning? Yeah.
Good morning. Yes. So we're asking Dr. Finn questions. Go ahead.
Okay, sir. Yeah, I was about to ask if he was talking about having remote job that can pay. I can see the. So I wanted to ask this forex trading. There's a friend of mine that is introducing me a little bit to forex. So I'm a bit afraid. So I'm trying to get if it's actually true. Because the last time I wanted to venture into it, I lost about $3,000. I backed out, but now it's pushing me again. So I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Thank you very much for your question. Let me remove you so other people can ask questions. Dr. Finn will answer your question. Please help me press X. God bless you, brother. And Dr. Finn will answer the question in a moment. Thank you so much and God bless. So, Dr. Finn, over to you.
Yes. So, Forex is an industry about trading, but one of the things I am deliberate about is I try not to go into certain industries that are not traditional yet. Right? So, what I focus on and believe in is Forex is an area that is very volatile. Right? So, for me, I believe most of the things we focus on, and I don't train that, I don't do it, maybe because I've been in tech so long, so I know the mistakes, and when you know the problems that come, you are extremely cautious. So what I focus on is focus on skill sets that people will pay you or exchange money with you for, rather than going to learn something that you're going to be negotiating with bots and all of that to be able to make money. For example, if you are a designer, a graphic designer, you create graphics for somebody, a flyer, and they will pay. If you're a video editor, you edit a video for a company will pay you for the video. So you are offering them value. So most of the time, areas like Forex are volatile. There's money in it, but your chances of losing is high. But if you acquire a skill set that somebody wants, and there are two ways you can make money from it. Either or you can make money from it in general, but there are two ways you could position yourself. You position yourself to be able to offer that as value for them, or you're offering speed for them to say, okay, we're going to get this faster and all of that, right? And companies will pay you for it. So I always encourage, find a skill set that someone wants to pay for. There's a human, not a bot, that you are negotiating with, and grow that skill set. And there are so many out there.
All right, we've got a gentleman in here with us. Go ahead with your question, sir.
Good morning, everyone. Morning, Dr. Phil. I think firstly I should applaud your efforts, Dr. Finn. I've watched in the background. Kudos to you. I think largely, this is a 2-day event. You said, did you?
Yes, 4th and 5th of September.
Potentially, do attendees get a chance to be sort of put on a live project where they can see what project initiation looks like, from project charter to the actual project to building a business requirement document, user stories, Gherkin syntax, all of that. Does that come of it?
So thanks for your question. So this is actually a conference. So we do trainings and all that. We support them. We wanted to host a conference to help people, not just our students or anybody that's actually getting into tech. So this is not structured. It's not a course. We're having different topics where experts in digital marketing will come talk about, experts in cybersecurity, in DevOps, in data, in AI. We can't talk specifics. So it's talks and conversations that will give you information that will now guide you, especially for and it's going to be in 2 ways. Those that have no idea now will understand what those roles do and how they do it, and see people that are doing it, so that they'll be able to now say, okay, I think this is something I can do. And then the other part, there are also experts already there working in these roles that want to grow. And then you see a director, a VP, a CEO, a CTO, a CPO that have grown. That now will tell you how they have grown. So they're not just telling you about the skills, they're telling you how they've been able to build a career. But if you're looking for trainings, which something will offer, that you now have acquired and you understand, and you don't want to, and one of the things that I always say it is, you can either go self-learn if you have the discipline, but that discipline is the part that comes in. Or if you don't have the discipline, you need somebody to hold you accountable. That's the reason for mentoring and training. We also offer trainings specific for people that says, oh, this free information is not enough. I want someone to hold my hand. And that's where trainings for project management, business analyst, scrum master, data analyst, data scientist, that you will work on those things.
Okay,
and we have self-paced ones and we have live courses. Self-paced is structured every week. We'll guide you, will follow up on you, have conversation. My live courses is you'll be sitting like this with classmates from around the world and we'll be doing it together. Because people's budget and their availabilities also are different. But for this is a conference. It's not a train, that's why I say it's free. I just want to bring people that have been an opportunity to learn from, soak from, have access to say, let people that are trained. And initially it was just for people who are alumni, and I decided to open it up to everybody. Because these are relevant things that can change people's career.
Great efforts, Dr. Finn. You can't overemphasize the importance of networking. It comes in very handy, and it does direct your course in IT. Just wanted to dial in and applaud you. Well done, Dr. Finn. And I'll keep an eye and see if I can attend. Well done. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me, Freeze.
Good morning. Thank you so much for coming, and
You're welcome.
God bless you. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
All right. One or two more questions before we call it a day, even though I'm already accepting calls from the public. How will TechForce Connect help participants build long-term professional connections beyond the conference dates?
So one of the key things I mentioned when you go into events, you want to be prepared to network, talk to people, engage with them, and even exchange contacts. So in professional setting, LinkedIn is how we exchange contact, not phone numbers. Right? Connect with people, engage with them. Because most of the times when you network with people and you engage with them, it's the people that continue the conversations after, like what they see, share your thoughts and all, that will be remembered after. And if there's opportunity, because one mistake people make is you've never spoken to somebody and you go message them on LinkedIn, say, can you refer me for your company? Why should I refer you? I don't know you. I've never spoken to you. I don't know if you even have the skill set. I don't know if you're even competent. So you want to, and this is the mistake we make, or a lot of people make. Before the day that you need something from someone, you have to start watering the ground. You have to start making yourself valuable to them, right? So that they remember. So you come to this event, network, join the communities that we have, join other communities that have from the speakers and all of that, and offer value and ask intentional, relevant questions. And keep the conversation going.
All right. We've got Chichi Obama here, my beautiful sister Chichi. Do you have any questions for Dr. Finn?
Actually, I came in a little late, but I have a question. So it's more like a networking. It's not like so you're like really giving out information on the best, or I don't really. It's a whole new thing for me. I'm really interested in it because in the long run, I'm a nurse, and I want to have something that if I travel, like most of the nursing, because of confidentiality, we cannot take nursing job out of America. You know that already. So I want something that I can be doing that does not require confidentiality, that you can move anywhere you are in the world. So do you have? Yes.
Yes.
Do you
So
have?
So thanks for the question. So for the conference, is about educating and providing information and access for you to meet leaders, meet experts, and also meet people like you that are just trying to figure out the journey. Because the journey is easier where it's more than one person doing it. And it's easier to be motivated when you are seeing people starting with you. So it's just creating the avenue to start the conversations. And we have communities, groups, programs, all of that. And then post that, if you say, oh, I want proctor, structured training, support, coaching, mentorship to help me break into an area that I liked from the conference conversations and sessions that I attended, we also provide trainings, multiple different trainings. But first thing we want to do is, and that's a problem with seeing a lot of people, people don't even know where to start from. Let's help you find the starting point.
Right. So this is like the basic. This is like the basics.
Let's have the conversation. Let's know, because when people say tech, they don't know in tech we have hundreds of rules. Right. It's not one, it's not five, it's not 10. Let's have the conversation. And when we've had the conversation, then we can now intentionally make decision on, I want to go into this role. I would need to acquire this skill set. Let me take this training or not.
Right. Okay. So is it an online class or conference?
So it's a 2 days online virtual conference where you can register on our website, TechForce Connect, or send a message to our career coaching team and they'll send you the link. We also have a WhatsApp community where we're prepping people right now, over 500 plus people already excited and preparing themselves, and everyone sharpening their swords to ensure they take advantage of it. Because I cannot Yes.
Do you have to pay to get to the WhatsApp group?
No, everything is free. No. Like I told her the phrase, and I think I told you a long time ago. I said, this year we'll make it free. It's like, I said yes. Because I want to make sure people like me are able to start.
Right.
Are able to
so what's the number? Is this the number that they pin?
Yes.
Okay. So that's the WhatsApp number.
Yeah.
And if you now say, I want to go in and I am ready, because one of our rules or our processes is to train with us, you need to go to an application process where we'll have conversation, we'll understand what you want before. Because we don't want you starting and in the middle say, this is not what I want to do. We want you to know what is expected, know the commitment. And that's one of the reasons why I said I stay away from Forex, certain areas, because you cannot measure the skill set. But as a project manager, you can measure. As a graphic designer, if it's ugly, it's ugly. We can measure the skill set.
You know the one that you feel.
Yeah.
So you have you have a basic knowledge of everything. Then you make up your mind the one you want to do.
I want to do this, and then we can now give you a structured part of how to go from 0 to 100. Or tell you, okay, I want to go do it myself. That's fine. This is how to go do it yourself. Because like I said earlier, we cannot train 100 million people. So for us, it's about ensuring that we're providing the knowledge, and those who want us to support them in the journey, we're happy to do that. For those who
Yeah,
want to
because
do
it's literally new to me, so I'm learning a lot of terms, and so I'm getting there, but I just need some level of guidance.
yes.
Yeah.
And that is what one thing Dr. Finn is good at, guiding.
Okay. So do you have the price for it, or we have to go to the link to check the price?
For the
Attend the
conference is
conference
free.
first.
It's free. And then
Oh, the conference is free?
Yeah.
it's free.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you have to pay for it.
No, it's free. This year it's free. Next year we cannot promise, but this year I wanted to make sure that so when I say it's free, doesn't mean it's free. I am covering the cost for everybody coming.
Oh.
So we are
So we have
subsidizing
different.
it.
Yeah. So we have different
make
people
sure
going to
that-
talk about it. Are you going to be the only one talking, or we have a lot of people going to be?
We have
She
so
just
many
joined, so just
speakers.
help me.
Yeah. We have so many
Alright.
speakers from around the world.
Okay.
US, UK, Canada, Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, around the world. Speaking from professors in universities to CEOs to AI startup CEOs, specifically in the tech space. Any role you can think about tech, DevOps, cybersecurity, project manager, head of marketing, chief product officer, CTOs of companies from Latvia, Ukraine, Italy, France, US, Canada. We have people
that's
joining
awesome.
from all over the world coming to have conversations.
Sure. Okay, I will link the WhatsApp group in a few minutes.
Yeah.
I'll go from there. Yeah, Kenja.
It's I'm rounding up. I'm almost done. It's you people's question time.
I know whenever you're done eating is a wrap. So.
Once I'm done,
I already know that one. All right. So, what's your name again, sir?
Dr. Finn. So Fin. Finn.
All right. Okay. I'll be looking forward to seeing you again.
No problem. So 4th and 5th of September, feel free to call.
Alright.
I'm going to be
Sure.
there live, and I love having conversation about tech. It's my favorite topic, so I'm always excited to support and talk about it.
all right. For those of you who need Dr. Finn's number, here is the number. Chichi, you might take this down.
I already screenshotted it. So
Okay, screenshot. Awesome, awesome. God bless you. You're very wise. +1 34 388 33941 and +1 289 505 9048. So those are the numbers you can use to reach Dr. Finn. Dr. Finn, who is the ideal attendee for TechForce Connect 2025? Who's the ideal attendee for TechForce Connect 2025? Guys, if you have any questions, don't come and start DMing me. I saw one guy on your live. Ask the question now. They use shyness do now.
So ideal attendee is anyone that is looking for information on how to start. And anyone that has started the journey but felt stuck because they are not able to find people like them that can help them meander or make the journey easier. Because when they say how to start, you want to have a side. Because when people think about tech, they only assume that tech is only for you to work for someone else. But there's skill set in tech that you can offer as services to people. For example, at all my content, I don't edit them. I have a video editor because I don't know that I can't use it, so I don't have the time. Right. I have people that also create flyers and all of that. I can do it, but because as you grow and even for business owners, there are a lot of business owners that need people to run ads for them. Everyone is seeing what's happening on social media nowadays. Posting on social is not going to give you client. You have to find your target audience. The people that all they do is run ads for people. And that's a business. I know people are teaching people how to run ads and how to sell to people. I know a young lady that makes almost every month 3 to 5 million naira in Nigeria from teaching people how to sell online. Every month. So there are a lot of skill sets that are out there right now that can either help you to offer service or even use for your own business. For example, I have an IT consultancy firm that offers services. I also have a training program. I don't need to outsource going to run ads. I don't need to outsource going to do videos, graphics, everything. I do everything in-house. And I offer it also as services to people or businesses that can't afford it. So there are different ways you can monetize the same skill sets to people. Like there's real estate businesses, people sell shoes, clothes, all of that. They need to run ads. And they are running ads and they need somebody to run it for them. People need to edit videos on their pages. For example, the real estate industry now, they're spending a lot of money in their branding. All those drones you are seeing showing different parts of a house, who put them together? So why am I hitting on this? They are non-traditional roles that are opening up. And you just need to acquire skill sets. And we have tools now like CapCut. With CapCut, back in the days, you need to be an expert, but now with CapCut, Canva, you could become a design expert. And we have programs for all of this. But the first thing first is understand what they need to do, and that's what we want to do.
Okay.
And the second part, you're an expert, you got in the job. How do you grow? How do you become a manager? What skills do you need to become a director? What skills do you need to become a VP?
I have a final question, and this is a question that women will love, like Chichi Obama. Are there specific tracks or sessions for students, women in tech, career switchers, or international talent? Women in tech, career switchers, students, international talent. That's my final question, Dr. Finn. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Guys, I swear to God, if you send me DM, I go shake me for you because you like to stress me. Dr. Finn is here, you now be sending me all these things that I'm talking about. I don't know anything inside do. Apart from CapCut, I don't know any of that. Go ahead, Dr. Finn.
There are a lot of roles. So we have students right now that are making money working like editors, graphic designers, social media managers, using different tools and all of that. And they are quite skilled. We have sessions for personal branding and all of that. Executive assistants to company CEOs, leaders, and they're students. I know students that are making out of Africa and other places. Even in Nigeria, I know people making $500,000 and are students offering this type of services to multiple businesses. Also, women in tech, we have sessions that are specific or sessions that are led fully by women that have become coaches that are trying to ensure that they pull more people into the tech space, because with remote work, it means that you can work from home and spend more time with your family, be able to, because between that infant stage of having a new baby to when they are 5 years old, there are certain flexibility as a parent that you need to be able to do that as a woman. And tech can offer you that. And then career switchers, like you mentioned, you want to move from nursing to other areas. We have people that move from nursing, truck drivers, customer support, bankers, even lawyers. Initially, I used to ask her, why are you moving? And they say, yes, I need something else. Or I'm hoping to set up a business and I want to acquire skill set that will help me to be able to do a lot of things that I will pay outsiders for so that I can save costs. And also international talent. People who don't care where you are anymore. The first time somebody messaged me from Paris to say, are you interested in working on a project? I thought it was a scam. This was pre-COVID, right? Thought it was a scam, but I realized that, people want to get any skill set or work with anybody that can offer value, and location does not matter. And tech has offered that to me, that I have probably worked for so many countries in the last 1 year. Irrespective of where I am, be able to offer value. And that's one of the most relevant things, or most important thing, value. If you're a woman and you can offer value, people will pay. If you're a student and you can offer value, people will pay. If you're a career switcher, you can offer value, people will pay. But understand, where can I offer value? What are the skill set that I need to be able to offer value? How can I acquire the skill set in the shortest possible time? How can I prove that this skill set that I've acquired is enough to give the value? And then the word is your oyster.
Making sense. I like this song. Really nice. Thank you. I love it.
You love it, love it, love it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really nice. I'm going to sign up. And I have a couple of people, we have some, career, not like career switching, but, something else that in case you're somewhere else, you don't have to be at work, then you can be doing it. And then, a couple of dollars coming in and there, something like that. All right. Sounds great.
Thank you
Jeff.
very much.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Yes, sir.
The numbers once again: +1 343 88 33 941. I'll take that number again. You can screenshot the screen if you're watching on, Instagram, but if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, it's +1 343 88 33 941. The other number is +1 289 505 9048. And you can also email techforceconnect.com. Tech is spelled TEK, force FORCE, connect CONNECT.com. techforceconnect.com. Final words, Dr. Finn. Thank you so much for coming, and do have a most blessed evening. Final words.
Yeah, so I just want to say a few things I saw going on. So the event is September 4th and 5th. It's free. Yes, we have a boot camp. People were asking that if you want proctor structural support, we'll be able to provide that to you. But we want to make sure first that you understand what you're going into and you're ready to be able to grow. I also saw someone mention that tech is not a passive income. Yes, you need to do the work. You need to acquire the skill set and show value. It's not I am sleeping. Yes, it gets easier as you grow and then you work in it and you've done it multiple times. Tech will affect every industry. Like that the phrase said, AI is going to take intelligent job. But yes, the second part that I faced today had, automation is also going to take the unintelligent job. So if you cannot figure out how to give value, so intelligent job will be taken by AI, unintelligent job will be taken by automation. So if you're not able to figure out how to give value, you will be irrelevant over time. Remember people that were expert at knitting, clothes factory, but now technology has taken over a bunch of things. So technology will take over any industry. How do you ensure you are growing your skill set? How do you ensure that you are acquiring skill set? For example, you're in the healthcare space. There are a lot of software tools that can speak to somebody. CVS, for example, is employing over 35 product owners right now. CVS, they're employing a lot of healthcare professionals. So people need to start acquiring skill sets, not only in the area, but in secondary areas so that you can be relevant. Because they're willing to employ that nurse that now has the skill set as a project like product owner than a project manager that never had a nursing experience. Because you understand the industry better than someone else that has no experience. So your law experience will be relevant in technology within the law space. Your banking experience will be relevant. For example, we see so much money transfer and fintech app. Who is building them? Former bankers and the guys driving it. So tech is going to be a part of every industry and is already a part. Figure out how to acquire skill set. Figure out how to make yourself relevant so that you can build a career and a path that is not determined by someone else's wants and needs, but value that you can give. People who pay for value, either with their time or with their money. All of us are on Instagram, Facebook, we're paying with our time. And all of us also are paying for Netflix with our money.
And our time.
But both of them and our time. And both of them are giving us value. So choose how you want to be valuable.
True. Facts, bro. Facts.
Sometimes this life, money and time are collabo.
Yes.
For real. But time is money now.
Yeah, time is money.
Yeah. I don't know. If I give you my time, I need something back. Right. Some level of exchange.
Last words I want to also mention is that people confuse increasing the amount of the time they spend working to think that's how to grow their income. You start first from increasing the value
first
of your time.
Right.
And then you don't need to work 10, you don't need to work 15 hours a day.
No.
If the value of your 5 hours is more than someone else's 100
hours. You got to pay the price. Yes, you just got to pay the price.
And value comes from investing in yourself in that time.
Right. Facts.
She una dey hear. Una wan go do 10 shifts.
No, but look, dear, be nice.
You think it is by shift? Inside that your 10 shifts, one person 30 minutes don't make all the money where you make in that 1 month.
Yes, but the person paid the price of time first.
Time and value. You see?
Yes, they intertwine.
You see, I tell people this all the time. You don't understand what you're good at. Sometimes, a lot of us, 90% of people stumble upon what they're good at. Very few people from childhood know that I really want to be a doctor and I'm going to be a doctor. Sometimes your parents say make you be doctor. While you are foraging around, you stumble upon what you are good at. Maybe real estate, maybe banking, maybe oil and gas. You just find yourself in conversations that open up a hidden part of you. And as long as this option is available, people will continue to migrate towards what they are good at. Linda Ikeji was a model. She stumbled upon blogging.
Yeah.
Do you understand? A lot of you came to America and became nurses because now nurse they sell for America.
Thank you.
But were you really passionate about nursing? I was talking to a friend of mine.
At the point it turned out to be a burnout at the point.
Sometimes some people actually join nursing and actually realize that, oh, this is what I've always wanted to do. I just never knew it. But somebody that is cut out to do advertising, because I have a friend, Bumi. Bumi was so good with advertising. Worked with an advert agent in an agency in Nigeria, did so well, but then went to America, couldn't find a career in advertising. Today, Bumi is a nurse. You understand?
She's like,
she will tell you she's good, but me, I know that Bumi was cut out to be an advertiser. She studied mass comm in the university. She was, among her peers, she was the best. But when she reached America, she sees that road no open. She entered nursing. Many of you that entered nursing.
Nursing is just to me, nursing is a tool to climb. It's not somewhere you want to put yourself and stick your head. It's just somewhere to opportunity. It's a tool to climb. you don't want to stay there for too long, because at the end of the day, it turns to burnout. Yeah.
So
To me, it's a tool. Personally, it's a tool, but some people take it as, you know,
so why am I
I just want
saying
to use
all
it.
that I'm saying as I officially round off now? I'm saying this because this might be your opportunity to find out what you really are cut out to be. So do check out the numbers on the screen, screenshot, visit the website. And thank you so much, Dr. Finn, for coming around. And thank you so much, Chichi Obama, for asking your question and hanging out. Anything else?
Always.
Thank you for
Thank
having me.
you.
Definitely a fun conversation. Thank you, Chichi, for joining to ask questions.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Looking
I'll be
forward
joining
to
the
this
group chat in
session.
a few minutes. Right.
Dr. Finn, looking forward to this session. Later on the 4th of September, if I'm correct.
The 4th and
4th
5th.
and 5th.
4th and 5th of September. Chichi is definitely going to be there. And guys, don't say that the freeze did not hook you up with something relevant. This is your opportunity to be hooked up. Don't just sit around waiting for handouts when I know they tire.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I'll be looking forward to it. Dear, thank you for having me as always now.
All right. Thank you so much, my lovely sister. And God bless you. And thank you, Top Angel, for helping me with the numbers. Dr. Finn, see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Night. Bye.
Good night.